All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This is going to be a game between 120 and Colorful taking place here on Last Refuge version 1.5. For all you guys out there watching on YouTube, which should be everyone since I am not streaming, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If it's your first time here, well, consider liking and subscribing the video. Liking the video and subscribing to my channel. If it is not your first time here, well, and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And, well, hopefully you guys enjoy this matchup. This is going to be 120 versus Colorful, as I mentioned. 120 spawning as the, yellow undead on the bottom left-hand side of the map, going up against Colorful, who is spawning as the blue night elf on the top right. Should be an interesting matchup here. Always enjoy Night Elf versus Undead, as the dynamics of the heroes, Demon Hunter having access to mana burn, Dryads being magic immune but being vulnerable to Crypt Fiends, a lot of exchanges going back and forth. Meanwhile, over here on the top right-hand side of the map, we are looking at a Demon Hunter first by Colorful. Colorful opting to go for that Demon Hunter first should be able to shut down that Death Knight and Lich early. You want to get that Demon Hunter to level 5 very quickly, making sure that your mana burn is effective at taking, removing mana from those enemy heroes, and, well, getting that potion of invulnerability early in the fight so that you can actually dive in on those heroes. Coming across 120, opening things up with a Death Knight, and does have a Tomb of Relics right behind this. Crypt going to be, well, cranking out some ghouls as this game now gets underway. Off to the north, Ancient of War and Archer already going at it against this creep camp. A 3-3-3 creep camp, relatively easy to clear, as the Demon Hunter will be popping on out here, finishing off this Ogre Warrior, and then perhaps trying to run and take down some additional creeps as well. All right, looking at the Forest Troll Trapper. Oh, who got the final shot? Ring of Protection +4. Demon Hunter doesn't even stick around, letting that Archer and that Ancient of War do the remaining work. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter in the past has sometimes gone for Immolation to try and clear out that creep camp there, but we are not seeing that particular style. Instead, he wants to try and harass the Death Knight. Death Knight opted to go for Unholy Aura first for a little bit of a faster movement. As we can see, well, Demon Hunter is going to be, in fact, using Immolation here and is actually racking up quite a bit of damage on this Forest Troll High Priest. Death Knight does not have Death Coil. He's not going to be able to get the or who's going to get the last hit? That is the question. Demon Hunter gets the last hit there and is now going to, well, try and back away. Skeletal Minion getting cleaned up here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter sits at level 2, could try and mana burn that Death Knight, but then he's going to be draining his own mana as well. Not efficiently, I might add. And then run into perhaps a little bit of problems when he needs those Moonballs. All right, there's a detonation there, taking down some Skeletal Minions. Death Knight was not caught in that blast radius, as the Demon Hunter is still dancing a bit back and forth. 23/40 supply, getting those additional Moonwells to start filling up getting those additional Moonwells to fill up right as Nightfall gets in to the game, as the Demon Hunter now looks to back up. All right. Nicely placed down Sentry Ward, keeping track of things here. There's an Immolation, there is a mana burn, and that Demon Hunter will be incredibly low on mana when the time comes. Meanwhile, still racking up more damage, gets another mana burn there, and now looking to retreat. He does have a Ring of Protection +4, so his overall, well, effective hit points is rather high. 625 hit points with 9 armor early on. Meanwhile, though, the Death Knight, now running out across the field, has access to Death Coil, used a Ritual Dagger, is getting in some healing, and could have tried to go after this Forest Troll High Priest creep camp. Instead, the Demon Hunter has picked up a Circlet of Nobility, going to come back around and perhaps try and get a little bit of protection here. 120 has a rather large size army and could perhaps test the waters. All right, Skeletal Minion Warrior about to get taken down here. Meanwhile, the Death Knight of 120 going to go ahead and clear out this Forest Troll High Priest creep camp here. Demon Hunter gets another mana burn once more, but the Death Knight now picks up a Potion of Replenishment as well. All right, additional Skeletal Minions coming online. Demon Hunter trying to burn those poor ghouls down to 66 hit points. Are we going to get a final shot off? No, we are not, as it does end up getting taken down. All right, a little bit of damage there. There's a deny with a Ritual Dagger. Beautifully done. Using a Ritual Dagger to deny that And that might be actually something we see more of that I had not thought about. You can use that Ritual Dagger to get additional healing, but it instantly kills the unit regardless, and it is an instantaneous attack. So it is ranged. It has a beneficial effect, and you are always guaranteed that last hit there. And it doesn't matter how many hit points the unit has remaining, unlike, say, the Dark Ritual on a Lich. So perhaps that will be something that players use a bit more often as well. It does have 2 charges and gives a little bit of a healing benefit. Coming back around, Rock Golem gonna go ahead and go up against that Ancient of War archers. Gonna, well, poke apart the Rock Golem and these Mud Golems here. And Mud Golem needs to get cleaned up quickly. You want to make sure that there's not additional slow as the Death Knight now tries to come across. There's another mana burn there. Low hit point archer trying to retreat back, but it looks like it will get taken down by that Death Knight. No, but breaking the chase as we now see the Naga Sea Witch out here on the battlefield as well. Ancient of War about to get taken down, will get taken down by the Death Knight. No, little bit of additional hit points there as this Ancient of War somehow still able to stay alive. One more cold arrow onto the Death Knight would mean, well, would mean a little bit of a slowed attack there, as the Ancient of War, well, should perhaps try and lose a bit of that aggro here. Ancient of War down to 116 hit points, or I should say rather up to 116 hit points, as that Ancient of War will live to fight another day. Death Knight now retreating all the way back down to the south side here. We are teching to tier 3, but we do not see any Lich here, and I still don't understand why the overlay just keeps on disappearing after a little bit of time. Death Knight, 2 claws of attack plus 4, gonna get in some bonus damage here. No additional heroes getting trained up as of yet. Meanwhile, it is Demon Hunter Naga Sea Witch working together, as the Demon Hunter drops that Belt of Giant Strength temporarily in order to, well, have better mana, Moonwell mana efficiency. We are getting to tier 3. We are at Dryads. We are getting into Adept training bears, eventually into Mastery. Coming back across, we are looking at a large number of Gargoyles, 18 to 21 damage. The slow poison on those Gargoyles, though, on those Dryads, do make it a bit difficult for those Gargoyles to stick around. Add to that the Fork Lightning on a level 2 and eventual level 3 Naga Sea Witch, and perhaps the Demon Hunter picking up an Orb of Venom. Those Gargoyles are going to have a bit of a difficult day. All right, level 2 on the Naga Sea Witch now. We're going to go after the Ogre Warrior here. It gets taken down. Demon Hunter needs just a little bit more experience. We'll get to level 3 for that all-important level 2 mana burn. Demon Hunter no longer has the Scroll of Town Portal. It was transferred to the Naga Sea Witch, as we're looking at, well, this Ogre Mauler, Ogre Magi creep camp getting cleared here. Or is the Demon Hunter going to be able to get the last shot? There's another mana burn there. Demon Hunter a split second late, allowing the Death Knight to get the final kill there. Meanwhile, Devotion Aura, and now that Death Knight sitting at level 4. So that is a very fast level 4 Death Knight, because he is at tier 3 and he is a solo hero. That is not something you often see from undead players, as that Ogre Magi gets taken down now. Alright, Ritual Dagger there. There's another mana burn. Units are retreating back. Plenty of Gargoyles in the air. Are we going to see a second and third hero? I have to say yes. Undead rarely goes for solo hero, but that seems to be the strategy so far in this game. Meanwhile, Colorful has opted to go for a third hero in a Brewmaster. That Brewmaster with Breath of Fire is going to be able to blow those Gargoyles out of the sky, and they're gonna get zapped by lightning with the Naga Sea Witch and Breath of Fire as well. Coming back through, Lone Death Knight sitting at level 4, Unholy Aura level 2 for that faster movement speed, as that Death Knight is inching closer towards level 5. We still don't see a second hero coming across at all, as the Gargoyles are going to test the waters and perhaps do a bit of harassment here. Demon Hunter does not have an Orb of Venom. We're waiting for that Ancient of Wonders. As we can see, those Gargoyles are already looking to back away. Ancient of Wonders, no Ancient of Wind for a Hippogriff, as the Naga Sea Witch is here, and well, we're going to see a little bit more damage getting done there again. Demon Hunter needs to pick up that Orb of Venom, at least a little bit of damage over time. Colorful has plenty of gold, as we are getting more Moonwells down. However, we do not have the Wellspring upgrade started yet. Meanwhile, Death Knight gonna go after this Ogre Magi creep camp here, the expansion location on the top left-hand side, picking up an additional ring of protection, and will get to level 5. All right, that 30% experience bonus making a big difference here. But now that Death Knight needs to figure out how, or a strong follow-up play, as Colorful has a level 3 Panda, a level 2 Naga Sea Witch, and a level 3 Demon Hunter. That third hero taking getting a bit more experience here, as he could pick up an Orb of Venom. Are we going to see Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? Yes, we are. That's quite a bit of damage, and we might see, well, a Gargoyle end up getting taken down. Yes, it does. That damage over time from the Breath of Fire actually enough to finish off with an Orb of Venom attack. Meanwhile, Death Knight sitting at level 5 here, going after some Ogre Lord creep camps. This is interesting in that, well, normally undead players have multiple heroes, so you don't get to level 5 on your primary hero that much. Now, the Death Knight is sitting at level 5, not gaining experience, but clearing out relatively difficult creep camps. At the same time, Colorful is clearing the same creep camp as well, but Colorful is gaining experience. Level 3 on that Naga Sea Witch, and perhaps eventual level 4 on the Brewmaster can potentially be a very, very big impact on the game. Forest Troll Berserker now going to get cleaned up. Forest Troll High Priest also getting taken down here. Meanwhile, off to the north, there is a Goblin Shredder with heavy armor, which may get picked off if he is not careful. All right. Brewmaster sitting at level 3, nearly halfway to level 4. Meanwhile, Death Knight, well, having and going shopping, but not having enough room to take everything home with him that he wants, as we're looking at that Ring of Protection +4 getting destroyed. Death Knight still sitting at level 5, and this solo Death Knight play is still a bit curious for me, as the Brewmaster sits at level 3, and that Naga Sea Witch also at level 3 as well. All right, Demon Hunter running around, trying to clean up these gargoyles. Meanwhile, the Naga Sea Witch, if it finds any of these couple of Dryads, there's a slow poison, and there is another gargoyle just picked out of the sky. 47 supply now, going up against 50. I gotta believe that 120 has some sort of he has to have some sort of follow-up plan here. Otherwise, he's just going to end up getting further and further behind. The majority of the creep camps have been cleared out. So I guess that is the benefit of going solo Death Knight. You can creep, well, I don't understand why you couldn't creep just as quickly if you had other heroes as well, as the Death Knight now wandering around too. All right. This solo Death Knight play. Death Coil. A dodge into an Ancient of Wonders. There is a little bit more damage there, as the Dryads and Demon Hunter now making a rotation back over. A lot of gargoyles in the air for this harassment. 2-0 upgrades. We are looking at, well, one Ancient Protector down here. The gargoyles are not going to be able to do much. Demon Hunter, or no, not the Demon Hunter. Brewmaster getting teleported back home. Gets a Drunken Haze off, but unable to catch up to those units. Meanwhile, Death Knight now making its way back over. Demon Hunter trying to go after the Gargantuan Sea Turtle here. This is a potential creepjack. Are we going to see some mana burns? No, we are not. The gargoyles, or excuse me, the Dryads are in position to try and stop this, as we're looking at the Gargantuan Sea Turtle about to get taken down. Who's going to get the experience? Demon Hunter still gets the experience there, as they're fighting their way back, and a Scroll of Town Portal in order to escape. Brewmaster retreating back here. There is one Wisp hiding just in case he wants to try and set up an expansion. We are looking at 48 supply going up against 49. A Forest Troll Berserker, and actually sitting with the rest of the army here, as the gargoyles are looking for something to harass but have not really been able to do so. Brewmaster is at 3, Demon Hunter is at 3, Naga Sea Witch is at 3. So 3 level 3 heroes going up a solo level 5. Army sizes are about the same. We are getting the Creature Carapace upgrade now, as the attack upgrades are already done. 3-0 upgrades there. Meanwhile, what is the Night Elf sitting at 1-2 upgrades? Are we getting any more from... Yes, we are getting the armor, advanced reinforced hides. So it's going to be 1-3 upgrades for those Dryads. Looking at a potential engagement here. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and test the waters in that frontline spot. There's a roar. Demon Hunter now going to be dealing a little bit of bonus damage. You can see Orb of Venom damage coupled with cold arrows, coupled with slow poison, and that Frostworm, well, down to 1,000 hit points. But with Unholy Aura, while over Blight, you can see that natural regeneration, or that passive regeneration, how strong it is. All right, couple of things to note. There is no Slaughterhouse coming in from 120. This is a pure Death Knight and then Air Army. Perhaps he was expecting to go against a solo Warden. And with solo Wardens, you don't want to leave corpses out on the ground. But, well, there's no Warden in this game. I can't imagine so far what 120's long-term game plan is going to be as he finally gets a second hero in that Lich. But that Lich is substantially late, and that Death Knight's been sitting at level 5 at 1,400 experience, well, now 1,477, for so long that the Lich could have gotten to level 2, maybe even level 3, if that Death Knight wasn't there. We are now going into Ancients of Wind here. Colorful now breaking into low upkeep, 55 over 70, as the Goblin Shredder looks to clear up a little bit of these forest positions now. We're looking at a decent amount of, well, hippogriffs here. No archers. There is a quick dust of appearance revealing that shade as it gets taken out as well. All right, prioritize. It will engage enemy flying units first. Needs to prioritize air now that there are also hippogriffs in the air to try and counter those units. Who's going to win out, hippogriffs versus gargoyles? That is the question. 64 over 100 and compared to 51 over 65. But I believe the hippogriffs actually attacks a slightly faster. Nope, they attack, both of them attack fast, so we could see all of those units popping down pretty fast. Breath of Fire and the spells may be the big difference there. That Fork Lightning, Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze, as we're looking at these two air armies going up against each other. 80 over 90 supply, 120 doing an unsummoning pretty much all in here, unsummoning that Altar of Darkness, as we're getting ready to go. Perhaps going to buy a Scroll of Healing on both heroes in order to try and make up for that level 2 Breath of Fire and level 2 Fork Lightning. That damage does add up fast. 64 over 80 supply, going over 80 over 90. And here we are. Here we go. Scroll of Protection. And we are going to be diving on into this battle here. We do have, well, Roar being used up as well. So that Roar is an additional big amount of damage. The Panda actually getting body blocked by the Dryads, unable to line up an early Breath of Fire. All right, a bit out of position for Colorful, as the Panda needs to be in a front line position, but also wants to make sure that the Gargoyles don't try and head over to the side here. Are we going to see some damage? There's a Drunken Haze, there's a Breath of Fire, and that is some, I don't think the Breath of Fire actually stuck all that much. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter down to 700 hit points even after drinking a whole bunch of Moonwell juice, and now trying to fight back here. 10, 11, nearly 11 armor, not enough to shake off the damage. Remember, the Demon Hunter is only at level 3 right now, so is currently sub 1,000 hit points even with an additional 8 strength. All right, coming back through here, we're looking at the Death Knight. Well, the Lich gaining some experience from some easy creep camps once more, and I believe that is the last bit of creeps on the map. If you want to level up your units, you need to go ahead and engage against each other straight up. All right. All right, Night Elf Army trying to position itself here. That Endurance Aura is helping the Hippogriffs move slightly faster, but the Unholy Aura of the Death Knight, it is the level 2 variety, allowing those Gargoyles and Frostworms to just simply keep outpacing his opponent. All right, we have about, 2 minutes of mining left on the main bases, and we are nearly 20 minutes into this game. Well, quick and dead Ghoul getting taken out now, as the Demon Hunter, Dryads, and Hippogriffs making their rounds again. Down to the south side here, Mercenary Camp. Focus back on the game here. 3-1 upgrades, gargoyles, both sides trying to test those waters. Demon Hunter currently okay right now, as the Lich only with level 1 Frost Nova is not going to be able to burst down nearly all that much. Brewmaster does also have an Orb of Venom. Naga Sea perhaps going to be using the cold arrows, hence no Orb of Venom, but that damage can start to rack up over time. 80 over 90 supply here, going up against 78 over 80. 120 has given Colorful the opportunity to rebuild up his army. With the additional Druid of the Claw Roar, that is an additional 25% damage bonus. So essentially, it is like 4.5 attack upgrade, 3 armor upgrade, going up against 3-2 here. All right, Dryads. Oh, look at that. That's going to be a bit of slow there. 1 down, 2 down. That's going to give level 4 to the Panda. And that Panda now, well, that Drunken Haze perhaps going to slow those units down just a bit more. Rejuvenation freely being used by Colorful here, as there are no destroyers to devour magic. Without those obsidian statues and destroyers, well, those hippogriffs will be able to maintain that roar damage bonus instead of it being devoured. With that additional damage bonus when the time comes, well, they should be able to win out on that battle here. All right, Frostworm. Is it going to get poked apart here? Demon Hunter going to try and, well, test the waters again. And we're in a little bit of a standoff. Both sides wanting to make sure that they don't make some sort of critical mistake. All right, going into high upkeep now that the main gold mine is done mining. Meanwhile, off on the north side here, 80 over 80 as the Tree of Eternity walking over to try and perhaps root itself and gain a little bit more. There's a little bit of Aura Venom damage across one target there. That's going to be taking some damage over time. You can see it already down to 280 hit points. Well, just from 2 attacks. All right, still a little bit of a standoff here. Demon Hunter going back and forth. Demon Hunter still only sitting at level 3. Wants to figure out a way to, well, deal with these gargoyles, as there are a number of ghouls on the ground as well, but they are not upgraded either. We are looking at a Goblin Shredder now making the trek over to try and perhaps harvest lumber by that Tree of Eternity. Units are now rotating back around. Demon Hunter could get caught out in open field here. No, is not going to get caught out in open field, as we could be going into an engagement now. All right, that is a large number of air units getting ready. And here's Scroll of Protection. Here we are going into an engagement. And what's going to happen? All right, there's a Frost Nova. There's Scroll of Healing going back and forth. And, well, there's Stone Form going back and forth as well. Druid of the Claw quickly getting taken down. Level 2 on, and now that Lich, who we are looking at more Scrolls of Healing as well. Both sides blowing over. Breath of Fire trying to finish off some of those gargoyles, as I believe there is no more Scrolls of Healing. Both being used. Oh no, Death Knight still has a Scroll of Healing, and he's going to be forced to try and retreat back. Death Knight still somehow alive. Panda using Breath of Fire across multiple gargoyles, and multiple gargoyles suddenly just popped out of the sky here. Both sides suffering very, very heavy catastrophic losses, as the Demon Hunter now trying to fight his way through, perhaps going to take down a couple more units as well. Hippogriffs, gargoyles continuing to fight their way through. Death Knight gets up to level 6 as the Demon Hunter escapes away at level 4. 23 over 80 supply compared to 37 over 30. Scroll of Town Portal moves the Tree of Eternity to the Tree of Eternity, and now the Tree of Eternity has no defense. All right, Panda, all right, going to go ahead and try and drink back up and now make their way back across. Are we training up any additional units? No, we are not, since we are low on hit points here, as the Entangled Gold Mine, well, going to constantly just be entangled over and over again. All right, Nagasiwa trying to make its way back over. That Tree of Eternity, I thought, had entangled that gold mine. Perhaps it was destroyed down, as the gargoyles now hiding off on the side. Unsummoning more buildings. All 3 crypts are getting taken down. A couple of ziggurats. We're looking at 37 over 30, and that is going to fall even further as the last 2 ziggurats get taken down. It is now going to be 36 over 10, definitely upside down on supply. Acolytes could perhaps try and, well, start haunting another gold mine, but is that really how you want this? Is that really what 120's game plan is? 120 has one Black Citadel left, one Black Citadel, that is it, but his standing, colorful standing army is rather small. 3 level 4 heroes going up against a level 6 Death Knight with level 3 Unholy Aura and a level 3 Lich. Frostworms are here, ready to go, as we are looking at the, well, Wisps all pretty much getting taken, or 2 or 3 out of the 5 Wisps getting taken out before they can get inside that gold mine. All right, getting into an engagement. Both sides fighting their way through. Who's going to get taken down first? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on the Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter trying to perhaps go after that Death Knight. Brewmaster could have blown things over again. Now trying to perhaps get another Breath of Fire. Is he going to be able to do that? The Brewmaster gets Staff of Preservation. There's a Breath of Fire. Fork Lightning as the Brewmaster still gets taken down. All right, Demon Hunter trying to finish things off here. Low hit point Frostworm able to escape away down at 410 hit points as the Demon Hunter is still here. All right, we're going to try to go after some more of these units. 125, well, trying to retreat back. A bunch of low hit point units. There's a mana burn there as we are looking at, well, 1 hero left. Demon Hunter is all that's left here. Are we going to see, yes, 1 Gargoyle getting taken down. Another Gargoyle could get taken down as well. Archer's trying to finish things off here. Very low hit point Frostworm, very low hit point Gargoyle, as the Demon Hunter is still exchanging blows back and forth. We are, in fact, mining gold, though, so that is going to be a benefit here, as the Demon Hunter going to head back home, perhaps drop down that Belt of Giant Strength and that Circlet of Nobility and try and heal back up. No, doesn't even bother, just trying to get back into the fray as quickly as possible. Coming back across on the other side, level 4 now on that Lich. This entangled gold mine is about to get taken down, trying to repair, trying to stay alive here. Is the Demon Hunter coming? Yes, he is. He's coming back across the other side, and there is no more gold to even try to train up Wisp here. Demon Hunter trying to go after the Frostworm. Mana burn on the Death Knight. Death Knight not going to be able to do much. Frostworm down to 182 hit points, down to 74. He could get taken down. There is so little hit points across multiple units as the Demon Hunter is still chasing his way through. The Frostworms are now going to try and retreat all the way back, trying to rebuild that gold mine here, and we do have a little bit of gold left as we are looking at a 6 supply army. There's 1 Wisp now making his way all the way back home. Gargoyle or Demon Hunter going to retreat all the way back here. It is nightfall now, so these moon wells will start to get full again, and the Demon Hunter should go toward or selling some items here. Perhaps going to drink back up, and now back up to full. That is a key moment as the Gargoyle somehow still staying alive. Meanwhile, back at home, well, Frostworms using Blight, Death Knight having 1 scroll of healing left, and, well, we'll see how all of this is going to unfold. Naga Sea Witch getting resurrected here as this 1 Gargoyle escapes away at 1 hit point. All right, this entangled gold mine. 1 Wisp is making its way over. More Wisps will be joining in on the fight here in just a moment. Should be 11 or 12 supply now, going up against the Undead's much larger army, but that army feels like if you just simply sneeze on it, it will end up falling over. Demon Hunter going to try and engage here. Demon Hunter does spot all of this as the entangled gold mine is going to get, well, pressured again. All right, stopping the training on that Wisp. We're going to see a detonation. Yes, we are, as the Tree of Eternity does have a decent amount of hit points and is currently trying to fight back. Naga Sea Witch needs to get resurrected. Still not out, still not ready to go here, as we are looking at perhaps trying to sell, some of those rings of protection and perhaps try to get another unit out here on the battlefield. All right. Tree of Eternity down to 1,100 hit points and slowly falling. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter really waiting for the Naga Sea Witch to join back in on the fight here. Need to get those heroes back out on the battlefield as the Tree of Eternity now down to 700 hit points, down to 600 hit points. Slowly buying a little bit of time. Demon Hunter needs to run on over, and this delay in that Naga Sea Witch resurrection is just absolutely huge. All right, Naga Sea Witch finally out on the battlefield, gonna go ahead, needs to get some mana, and now ready to, well, walk out across the battlefield now. There is 1 Ancient Protector here. Where is that Wisp? Acolyte now still wandering around. There is 1 building and 1 building left. All right, unit's going to try and engage here. Is that is that gargoyle going to get taken down? All right, Fork Lightning. All right, a little bit of damage. Naga Sea-Witch now trying to teleport back. Demon Hunter trying to retreat back away and now going to run all the way back home. Naga Sea-Witch should be able to heal back up here. Demon Hunter going to, get a little bit more hit points. Naga Sea-Witch could get off another Fork Lightning. Not quite sure why she's not doing that, as the Fork Lightning would be huge here. There's a little bit more damage there. There's a Scroll of Healing. Demon Hunter now trying to retreat back down to 200 hit points. Now getting back up here as both sides are fighting their way through. There goes a Gargoyle as the Naga Sea-Witch is still fighting her way through, drinking as much Moonwell juice and retreating back here. Gonna turn back around. Are we gonna see the Naga Sea-Witch fall with full mana? Yes, we are. Naga Sea-Witch could not get another Fork Lightning off, and that is a big deal. Panda halfway getting resurrected here. Demon Hunter down to 248 hit points. Gonna go back down. Does get a little bit more Moonwell juice, trying to fight his way through. Are we gonna see that finish off? Yes, Frostworm gets taken down. Demon Hunter still fighting his way through. There's another mana burn there as the fighting is still underway. Frostworm down to 153 hit points. Is it going to get taken out here? Demon Hunter still trying to fight his way through, fighting in a Night Elf base with a sea of Moonwells, all ready to constantly heal that Demon Hunter back and forth. He's back up to 343 hit points. Demon Hunter ready to go. Lich has enough mana for perhaps gonna get mana burned here, or should get mana burned here in a moment. There you go, gets mana burned again as the Demon Hunter trying to come back. Panda now back out here onto the battlefield, and suddenly, with the addition of the Panda, well, units have to back away, and the Naga Sea-Witch now is getting resurrected. All right, Death Knight needs to regain quite a bit of mana again. A lot of buildings here. Resurrection, and this is where, the resource of the game is time. Colorful with this many Moonwells at night can refill these Moonwells and regenerate hit points and mana. At this point, Colorful just needs to stay inside his base and he will be fine, short of a catastrophic mistake. Now, the problem with 120 is he wants to engage, he wants to push, he needs to close out this game quickly, otherwise the advantage is just going to continue to grow for Colorful. But 120 is not ready to really ready to fight this one out. All right, Demon Hunter coming back around. Ancient Protector going to go ahead and move. We're going to see a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. There goes one Gargoyle. Little bit of damage over time. Orb of Venom damage onto that Frostworm. Frostworm is going to have a very, very bad day. Down to 119 hit points and dropping pretty regularly. Demon Hunter could get taken down. There's I thought a Scroll of Healing. No, both sides still fighting their way through. Demon Hunter. There's a Staff of Preservation as the Demon Hunter able to teleport back and stay alive still. With the Ancient Protector now amongst all of these Moonwells, it is just going to be added protection again. All right. 120. Death by suicide here as we see the hit points on the Black Citadel slowly ticking away. All right. Glad we saw this. We can see he is just throwing the white flag here. He knows it. He could place down a Ziggurat, but no, he is just simply going to let this building, he's going to die and die on his own terms. That is the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.